Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Oakland Raiders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
That's it. What I need. Watch it slap. Watch it slap.
Newton on first down. Quick slant. Caught by Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From just shy of midfield, Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first down, it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And all this this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
White down. White 88. Check. Let's go.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr rolling to his right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Carr trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's going to launch this thing way down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check the outs, check the out, check the out.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the
It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 76 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Carl trying again on second down. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Raiders. 49 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Carr completes it, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much during this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Carr. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Carr to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Brian Burns. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. From the 45 on second down, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. To throw is Newton. Flushed out right. He's going to look. This is caught inside the 15. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So we come upon halftime. Intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Carr going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Carr now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Carr, and that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr to throw again. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, look at that. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, "Get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play."
Throw from Carr complete to Renfro. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And again, it's Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Keep it up, guys.
Great.
There we go. 37's the ball.
Newton to throw. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. With it is Brown. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, That's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From the 44, Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Defensively, celebration time, because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And the Panther first down.
Check, 59. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Newton taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw again on second down. Carr. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. He was looking for Crabtree that time, and it's third down. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
First down, Carolina.
Mike, here we go. 180.
Hey, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to...
They run it again with Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Express!
He's moving, boys, he's moving. And we're going 37's to Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Mike.
Down. 180. 180. We're good. 180.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Right down. 180.
Hey, come on up.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Going deep here for Bryant. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Well, pass complete there to Crabtree. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. To throw his car. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Carr going to go on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
I got wide.
Set, go.
And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and keep